Hi, this is Gail, and this is going to be an informal video on how to use our virtual meeting room for Sunday. And by informal, it means that I may stumble over my words a little bit or have to take a quick drink, but I'm just going to keep plugging right along. So you can tell that I'm in Firefox right now, and that's a good browser to use. Also, Internet Explorer would be fine to use, but you do not want to use Chrome. For some reason, Adobe Connect, which is our virtual room program that we're using, does not work with Adobe Connect. The Adobe Connect app works great on an iPad, so feel free to get that. So I'm just copying and pasting the address that I got from the email right in there so I don't have to worry about any typos, and press enter. And I come to the entry kind of screen of the Adobe Connect, of our virtual room. And we'll want to type in your first and last name. So just to have fun, I'm just going to pretend that I'm Yanis. I've always wanted to be Yanis. And I click on Enter Room. You just sit back and let your computer kind of do its thing. And this is where it's checking to make sure you have Flash, to make sure you have an Adobe plugin. And so this is why you would want to test your computer ahead of time. So knowing that this computer we already know works well with Adobe Connect, then that's why we're already successful here. So let's get your bearings here. In the middle is where most of the action will take place. This is where you will see someone's screen. Maybe people will be typing on here, but this is where the shared spot of the Adobe Connect room. And then along the left, you see three kind of major areas. This area here will be the list of all of the people that are in the room. And on Sunday, we should have probably more than 20 people, so you may have to scroll through this list because it's just going to stay right in here. The next little section is the chat room. Again, a very important thing. A lot of action will be taking place over here, and this is where people would literally just type in things. So I'm Yanis, and so I will tell everybody hello. And then this bottom section here are for notes, and the participants cannot type in the notes, but they can see the notes. And so one of the presenters or their host may be taking notes, and they would show up here. And what's nice about the notes section is you would be able to see it as soon as people write in here. And so, and also the notes can then be emailed out to people. So it's a great section to have, but as a participant, you won't need to type in it. You just need to, you might want to look there. Some things in the chat room, it's nice too. You can put links in the chat room. So say someone is talking about something and somebody else could type a link to how to get to more information about that. So again, this chat box here will be very important. So let's start at the very top left. You see where it says meeting. If I click on there, first of all, it is where you exit the meeting, so that's interesting to see. You could go full screen in case you wanted to see the whole room bigger. And then, but the most importantly is the audio setup wizard. If you're having problems with your audio, especially with your microphone, then this is the place where you would try and hash out those issues there. So speaking of microphones, you can tell that right now Gail Underwood has a microphone, but Aleko and Yanis does not. They would have that little symbol there. So I'm going to enable Yanis's microphone from a different computer. You can see now he has that symbol. And so now he needs to come up to here and make sure he turns his microphone on. So the host enabled it, but now Yanis needs to come up and connect his audio. I'm not going to do it because we'll hear some feedback by having two computers going on at the same time here. But so this is where you would connect your audio, and then you would just test it out and see if anyone could hear you. And if they can, then you can go back and mute your microphone. And I don't see that selection right now because I haven't turned my microphone back on. But and no worries though, the host can mute everybody's microphone. So if for some reason you are disturbing people and you don't realize it, I will be right on that. I will mute your microphone for you in the most gracious of ways. So that's the microphone. So this other tool is very nice to use. That is to, for example, to raise your hand, so that say you want the speaker, you want to answer something or you want to make a comment, so you click on the raise your hand, and now you can see that the raise hand has been, the little icon is on there, and the host actually gets a little alert button saying that Giannis has raised his hand, and so it helps to draw attention to you. The other tools that are in here, you could obviously lower your hand, but you could agree or disagree, and any of these symbols, that's what will show up next to your name. This one is also good for the step away. Say you have to either answer your phone or someone stopped in or whatever, you need to leave your computer for a minute, then you put the step away button on, and that will let us know, and then we won't be, for example, asking you a question and here you won't even be there to answer it. This is how we'll know. And again, some of the other tools you can kind of look through here, but you can clear your status simply by going here, and then you won't have one of the icons there. And then this green button here, this is, or the speaker, this is literally for speakers, and this will help you to adjust the volume so you can hear a little bit louder, or perhaps if there's something that you don't want to hear, or again, you're talking privately or talking with somebody and this is too loud, then you could have your microphone muted and the speaker could be muted there too. Okay, so moving down, I think that I'm looking at here, and I think we've got all of the bases covered. This is where things will be shared. I'm anticipating maybe, I don't know if a PowerPoint will be here or something like that, and of course the chat room. So the only issues will be you testing your computer out ahead of time, making sure that you have flash, that you have everything set, and that you can at least get to this point so that you're in the participants section and that we can enable your microphone, and hopefully you'll have a headset. And worst case scenario, you could just type in here if you don't have the microphone going on that day. So if you have any questions, make sure you email me, and hopefully this video, I didn't mess it up too much by some of my false starts, and I will talk to you later.